Hello, everyone. Jorge here with Avalos Cloud Native and Nexus Technologies. We are going to make video number six for this masterclass of Get and GitHub, a repository for you to save your code, your documentation, your cover letter, your resume, anything you want. So if you're not familiar and with GitHub, which I'm going to show you here, if you missed the previous videos, so GitHub here, everyone should have an account here for whoever is going to be working with us. I'm not sure if you actually if you have watched my first video, my introduction for Avalos Cloud Native Technologies and Nexus Technologies, but we are looking for entrepreneurs and people who wants to build stuff with us, like different technologies. We have a community, and this community basically is going to have work for everybody. So there is a company called Cloud Underground in the US, which I'm going to help you to get connected with them. And basically, they have many different resources and programs, and they're going to be like an agency recruitment company where we provide services. So if you want to be part of this amazing project with different people with different background, different skills, and we join forces of building many different technologies from AI to blockchain technologies to cybersecurity, this is the place to be. So again, this is a series of a masterclass for Get and GitHub. We spoke about the history of Get and GitHub, different founders. So now in this video today, I'm going to show you how to create a token, how to authenticate to GitHub from the Ubuntu or Debian CLI, and how to submit code from basically your terminal. So if you don't know what is a terminal, this is a terminal here. I have an SSH secure connection or tunneling connection port 22 to my server, which I hosted here locally. Okay, so let's do a rundown of GitHub. Okay, we go to GitHub again, and with the first thing that I'm going to show you, let's see my repositories. Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 repositories. Okay, and I'm going to do a test with this repository here, test number 2. You can actually create as many repositories you want. You can create test 1 repository, for example. You can add a file for the licensing if you want a license or not, and then boom, you actually have a new repository if that's what you want to do. This is a remote repository. Remember we spoke about basically local and remote repositories. They put this over here. So we got a local repo, which is basically your computer. Then we got the remote repository, which is basically GitHub in this case. And I also show you how to use the most basic commands for Git and I haven't shown you how to submit your first code over there from the local to the remote. And I also try to explain you that once you initialize your repository in a folder or directory, you are always in the working area, and then you're gonna move your code to the staging area, and then you commit it. And after you commit it, you can push it to your GitHub account. Okay, so let's go back to GitHub. So my username is LeeCloud Canada, in case you're looking for me, right, for my repository. And this repository is called test1. But in this case, I'm going to use test number 2, test 2. Okay. So for you to authenticate from your CLI, which is in here, from my SSH connection to my local server here, computer that I have, you need to create a token for authentication. Okay. And the way you do it, you just click over here in your profile, scroll down all the way to settings, and you will come into the developer settings. Okay. And in here, you can click on personal access token, and you can create as many tokens you want. Right now, I have 2. You can say create a new token. Okay. And I want to say, I don't want to use the beta version, but I will use the classic version. And then you put your password, authenticate, because you're trying to create a token. You can call it token 2 if you want to. You can set it up to maybe expire tomorrow, if that's the case. And you're gonna give access to all these different admin rights and yeah, you basically permissions to do different things. Okay, you click all the boxes. Most of the time, you click all the boxes. Always take care of your tokens. That token is really, really, that's basically security. That's one of the most common issues out there. People do not protect their token. They never expire. They're never encrypted. And then they get hacked. It happens for anything. It could be for smart contracts, for blockchain, for anything you can think of. Then you can copy this token and you will paste it with a command that I have over here that I will share with you too in this video. Okay. So this is the command that I'm talking about. Okay. So the command is basically get remote set URL origin and then HTTPS your name for your account, which is mine is LeeCloud Canada. And then you got the column over here. That token right there, that's basically the token that I copied from before. That it could be the same one that I just gave you, right? And then github.com, then you put your username again. And then I have a test here. I call it test for you too. I can use that one if I want to. But since I already have tested, let's give it a try over here. So let's see what I'm working on here. Enter here. So put in working directory. Right now I'm in. So it will make a lot more sense if you have watched my previous videos, okay? So right now I'm on a directory called project one, okay? So what I want to do, I want to basically submit a code, okay? I want to, let's see, I want to submit a code to my GitHub account. So I have here, get the status, okay? There is nothing to submit right now or commit to it. There's nothing to do, right? But maybe I can create something new. What about if I create something called touch? Let's call it elite1.txt file. Okay, and then here I want to write a small something on the text file. Jorge is learning 1, 2, 3, right? And maybe I want to output this text into the new file that I just created. elite1.txt. All right. Oh, all right. Adding something in here. Then I'm gonna say this in here. Now I want to read that file. Let's see what is in that file. Elite1. Oh, there's nothing in there. Sorry. So echo and say Jorge is learning. It's learning. And now I'm gonna say output this text to Elite1. Okay. So I wrote something in there. Now I want to read what is inside there. You can see there it says Jorge is learning. Okay. Now let's see the get the status. Let's see if this new file was detected by the get repository that we have for this directory. So yes, it says in here that there is one untracked file, which is the one I just created. Now I need to move this file to the staging area, right? We go from the working bench to the staging area, right? So elite1 txt, and the command is get add. This is pretty basic stuff, but it's important. It's important to know all this. Then we want to commit it. Get commit and then we can say another file, whatever you want to. So one file has changed and all that. Okay, great. So now let's get status, and I shouldn't have any file that is not being tracked. Okay, now it's time for us to submit it to our folder up there on GitHub. In this case, I'm going to use, I got a few different repositories, and I want to use test2, okay? Test2. So what is in test2 right now? We got test2 in here. Apparently there is something that I submitted before. And there is something in here. You can see Jorge Love Learning. That's my previous one, but now we're going to submit what I just did. Okay. So I got a command. There you go. So this is the command that I was talking to you about from the Jamboard from Google. Get remote, no username, token, github.com, username, and basically the repository. So I'm not going to use test for you2. I'm going to use test2 because that's exactly what I'm testing right now. Test2, okay? Repository. Let's take a look to the code, okay? We got get remote set URL origin, and then my profile name, which is Cloud Canada, plus the token that I created, plus GitHub, then username again, then test2 repository, right? So let's see what happens when we do that. Press enter. Oh, but nothing is happening right now. Why is it not working? I'm a little bit confused. So maybe it's just hanging, I think. My computer is just hanging right now. Let's give it some time right now. It's crashing. One, two, three. Hopefully it will come back. Oh, there you go. It came back here. So that was the code, right? I'm gonna share this command on this YouTube channel, on this video. And then I want to say, let's push this to let's push this to right here. So sudo get push origin master. So what this is going to do, the master branch, right? Everything that was committed to the master branch will be pushed to this specific path that I had given, okay, instructed to the test2 repository on github.com, okay? So let's do that and see what happened. It's asking for a password. There you go. It just submitted something over there. Now let's take a look to the GitHub site and see if we can see the Elite one. This one in here that I just created with you in this live session. Let's see if we see something like that in here. There's two. There is something was submitted 20 seconds ago. Okay, now let's go on here. I see Elite one is right there. Okay, so and that's how it works. So today I just show you how to navigate to GitHub, how to create a token, how to create a repository on the Get remote repository, how to authenticate from your CLI, from your local machine or your local repo to GitHub, which is a remote repository. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is pretty basic. You need to know GitHub. You need to know Docker containers. You need to know a little bit of everything. The more skills you got, the better it is for you to sell yourself out there. Especially when you come into when you play with cloud native technologies like Kubernetes, microservices, or anything to do with microservices. Okay, we are going to make you here like a master of a lot of different technologies. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, please. That will help me a lot, and the community too as well. So you can share these videos with someone else. And again, there is a lot of resources out there. This is just brief information for anyone new. And thank you very much for watching. Take care.